of the world, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So, I told y'all about how tomorrow, basically, the House of Representatives is about to vote on the 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump. Basically, first article of impeachment being the abuse of power, the second one being obstruction of Congress. Now, there are over 500 pro-impeachment rallies that are actually set to take place tonight. So, we'll see how that turns out. You have the Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, who basically putting pressure on the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, to basically have demand testimony from 4 former and current White House aides to the president, basically demanding their testimony. So, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's kind of like, well, what are you hiding? You know what I mean? And that's what else. Also, what's slated to go on? We'll see what happens tomorrow. Greenwald graduation. This report out of the world, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So, Unite Here, Local 11. This is a workers' union that has actually been in debate and dispute with Sodexo, a food service company that a lot of people are familiar with, or whatever. But they provide a lot of the food for like the schools and the churches actually. Sodexo, though, this is a company that has been in negotiations with this workers union since March, and the workers union has pretty much been fed up with it. So they're vowing to set up a picket line outside of Thursday's scheduled Democratic presidential debate. And all 7 of the candidates that are going to be on the debate stage have vowed not to cross the picket line. So they're protesting, basically saying that Sodexo doesn't provide yearly respectable wage increases or affordable health care or year-round work. So, Greenwald graduate. Report of the New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So, New Jersey Senator and presidential candidate for 2020 for the Democrat side, Cory Booker, him and 8 other Democratic presidential candidates have actually signed a letter and sent it to Tom Perez, who's actually the DNC, the Democratic National Committee chair, basically urging them to change the rules and the criteria for these upcoming debates in January and February, after the 2 most, arguably the most prominent candidates of color, Cory Booker and Julian Castro, who did not qualify to be in this Thursday's debate out in Los Angeles that's going to take place between the Democratic presidential candidates. The only person of color that you could say is actually made this met this Thursday's criteria is Andrew Yang. So, he's able. But there you have it. Greenwald graduate. Report of the New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So over in India, now I told y'all about how the country has actually been rocked by a lot of protests that have come from this Citizenship Amendment bill, which basically provides a pathway of citizenship for neighboring people from Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, unless they're Muslim. So it's looked at as there's other rules involved with the Citizenship Amendment bill as well that makes it look like an official marginalization of the 200 million Muslim population that already exists in India. That's actually a country that's run by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's a Hindu. Now, this is, and there's also been like Hindu and Muslim beef that's actually been taking place in neighboring countries as well. So, but this has led to like the deployment of troops by the Indian government, as well as like imposing curfews and the shutting down of internet access. So it's real over there. Greenwald graduate. Report of the New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So, Pakistan's former president and military ruler, Pervez Musharraf, has actually been sentenced to death in absentia because he's actually on a self-imposed exile in Dubai. But for the first time today, the military leader in Pakistan is actually convicted of treason, and that's with it being Musharraf. Basically, for while he was in rule, he declared an emergency rule, which is in violation of the Constitution. Now, this is somebody that seized power back in '99 for through a military coup, and then moved up to 2008. So yeah, he's just been sentenced to death for high treason. So we'll see how this turns out. Green Wall and graduation. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So in China, the state-run media program, CCTV, they actually canceled their broadcast of the English Premier League soccer match between Arsenal and Manchester City. Now, why did they do this? Well, they actually did so in retaliation to Mesut Ozil. This is the star player for Arsenal. After he had made some comments about the Chinese government's treatment of the Uyghur Muslims. Now, I've told y'all about their treatment of the Uyghur Muslims. They've been systematically separating the families, the children from their parents, and set up these prison camps over in the western province of Xinjiang, where you're talking about like a million Uyghur Muslims are said to be held within this imprisonment camp without trial, and they've been like forced to basically try to learn different languages and change their religion and all of that. Shit's crazy. Ozil actually called them warriors of resistance. So the Chinese government didn't like that too much. Green Wall and graduate. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So the Boeing has actually temporarily suspended the production of the 737 MAX passenger jet. Now, after they've actually been grounded worldwide due to the crashes that happened earlier this year and last year at Ethiopian Airlines, as well as Lion Air and Indonesia Airlines. You're talking about between those two plane crashes, a total of 346 people being killed. And something that's been coming to light has been being preventable. I mean, just last week there was a Boeing exec testified in front of the House and Transportation Committee, basically saying that he tried to warn executives about the safety concerns in dealing with these MAX engines, but his warnings were ignored. 346 bodies later, I'm sure they wish they would have took his advice. We'll see what happens. Green Wall graduate. Order of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Now, this was already in question, as I brought up before, but now a new audit has pretty much verified that the Sackler family, this is the family that actually runs Purdue Pharma, which produces Oxycontin, and behind essentially the opioid crisis. This family, the Sackler family, has actually they withdrew $10 billion from Purdue Pharma as scrutiny was mounting over Purdue Pharma and how much they should be held to be liable for this opioid epidemic. And in taking that $10 billion, they basically distributed it to trusts and other holding companies, overseas. So it's not really understood, even with them coming to this tentative deal with like local and state governments that brought thousands of lawsuits to them. They have reached a deal, but right now that's being heavily scrutinized as well, because it's like, how much money do these motherfuckers really got? You know what I mean? Green Wall graduate. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Make sure you sign that petition, y'all. Get Donald Trump on Twitter. You can find the change.org link in my Instagram bio for GradyGram716 or in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube. Now, there's a new study that's been put out by the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy. They basically determined that companies like Amazon, Starbucks, Chevron, Duke Energy, Halliburton, and in total 91 of the Fortune 500 companies from 2018 effectively paid zero taxes, in some cases less than 0% in taxes, in federal taxes last year. Now, this is twofold. A lot of people cross their arms about that. These companies are like getting thousands, on thousands of people to pay federal taxes, but come on now, y'all pocketing billions and trillions of dollars. Y'all gotta come up something, man. Like, we need it as a country. Green Wall and graduation, Sunday. Order the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So in San Francisco, California, you actually had dozens of activists that were actually some disabled activists too or whatever had actually blocking roads and then shutting down the headquarters of blocking the entrance of the headquarters for PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, for hours. And doing so basically bringing attention to call on PG&E to stop the chronic power outages as well as invest more money into ensuring that communities of color like have electricity. Now this comes, keep in mind that back in October when they had wildfires that were actually running ablaze through California, Northern California, there were a lot of PG&E had actually shut off the power intentionally, and this is unprecedented, but they shut off the power to 1 million customers, basically trying to prevent what happened last year during the Camp Fire where there were like 85 people who died from the wildfire, and it was linked to PG&E transmission lines. So we'll see how this turns out though. Green Wall and Graduation Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So there was a video that went viral that showed surveillance footage at Vance County Middle School where there was a police officer, a black police officer that was actually walking this boy, probably walking him to the principal's office or to detention or something, but he basically ends up slamming this little 11-year-old boy, then picks him up off the ground, slams him again, and then goes on to the drag. And now this shit went viral and this motherfucker has been fired. You know, everybody should know that. Like, we not gonna take that. I don't give a fuck what type of officer you are, what color your skin is or whatever. Like, you a pig, you better not cheat. You know, I take that. Like, that's insane. Now all that's left, I mean, and there was people were up in arms because essentially initially he was placed on paid leave, but once the video went viral, it became too much and he got fired. Now all that's left is for somebody to kick his motherfucking ass. Green Wall and Graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So in New York City, you had thousands of people of undocumented immigrants that basically were applying for driver's licenses. Now keep in mind, back in June, Governor Cuomo had actually signed a green light bill, which basically allows for people to apply for licenses using alternative identification methods instead of having to use the Social Security. Undocumented people from basically applying. Now, over in neighboring New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy is actually expected to sign a similar bill after legislators have actually passed a bill that allows for undocumented migrants to apply for licenses, driver's licenses there as well. So, you know, this is seen as a huge victory for, for migrants and people coming from South America or, Central America and all of that, because, I mean, how free can you be in this country if you can't even get a license and drive around legally? Green Wall and Graduation.